All right, we first saw red flags when online crime trackers, then local police departments spoke out. Now the FBI is weighing in with a warning on jugging.
That's right. Jugging is when thieves target people using ATMs and banks. We do want to get out to Fox 5's Stephanie Ramirez, who's been covering this for us this morning. She's live at a Truist Bank in Bowie, Maryland, that was hit just last week. Stephanie?
Makia, Stephen, good morning. So police and FBI agents, they say jugging is when a suspect or a group, they'll follow you after you leave the bank or an ATM thinking you have a big wad of cash with you. And so they'll approach you when you're in your car, if you just get in, or if you're here putting your stuff away. They might even follow you and rob you at your next location. Look, it's such a big deal that just last week, Bowie's police chief was warning about this, and now the FBI has a new warning. The Baltimore field office saying it is such a serious issue in Maryland, especially in Anne Arundel and Prince George's County, that now thieves have targeted at least 21 customers using bank and ATMs in the state in just the first week of July alone. They also said so far this year they've received at least 7 dozen jugging reports, so over 80 jugging crime reports, with most of them happening this month and last month. Now, Hope Simpara, she's helping her mom out in the area, raised in Anne Arundel County, but she's living out of the region now. She told me she had not heard of this yet and is worried it is going to become a national trend.
If I go get $20, and is it worth your life to get my $20 that I just needed for cash, for a tip or something like that? I don't know. I'm a person that I don't like to keep cash, but you need cash sometimes for things now. I don't know. It's just something else, I guess, to be vigilant about and something else to worry about. And if it's happening at all different times of the day, that's really scary. That's really scary.
If you are in your vehicle, police say something to look out for is if you're being followed, right? Check, be vigilant. Don't be on your phone. Don't be on the radio. Watch and see who's following behind you. And if you believe you're being followed, go to a busy location where you can call police or drive to a police station. Now, if you're getting out of the ATM or the bank, one thing they say is put your money away first and make sure to be vigilant of anyone maybe standing around the area loitering that looks suspicious, or someone parked in reverse in a parking spot that looks suspicious as well. I'll send it back to you.
To say, Stephanie, you did a fantastic job out there. My goodness.
Yeah, that live shot was great. Felt like we were there. Some really great reminders.
Yes.
Please just be extra cautious. And like Stephanie said, don't walk around with envelopes and money in your hand.
Yeah, always watch your surroundings.
Yeah.
Hey, Cass. It's over. I thought you were super chill. Turns out you're just...
Attend mall mayhem in Carson. LA County deputies say about 200 minors set off fireworks and lit trash cans on fire at the South Bay Pavilion last night. The chaos forced deputies to detain more than 60 minors for several hours. Similar large gatherings of teenagers at nearby malls have prompted mall officials to enforce curfews for unsupervised minors and beef up security.
Yeah, Carlos Sucedo joins us live from the mall there in Carson, where last night's disturbance saw several juveniles cited and then released. Carlos?
Rick Green, good evening. We've seen an increase in security tonight. Sheriff's deputies have been patrolling the area out here in Carson following yesterday's disturbance involving 200 teenagers. And as you can imagine, it was quite the chaotic scene for many shoppers.
Hey, take 3!
Teens gone wild. That's according to LASD officials, who say more than 200 juveniles wreaked havoc at South Bay Pavilion Mall in Carson Saturday afternoon. Law enforcement swarmed the mall after getting reports that a large crowd of teenagers began lighting fireworks inside, setting a trash can on fire. Many of the teens seen scrambling outside as deputies set up a perimeter. At one point, they're seen jumping into bushes to detain the juveniles.
My nephew had got detained, and they had some kids had started a fire, put a fire in the trash cans.
Jamila Bowie's 16-year-old nephew was one of 73 teens apprehended Saturday night. She says the response by law enforcement was excessive.
I feel like they should only detain the ones that started the fire, not all the kids. It's only 30 people they said they have video of that started the fire.
Officers issued citations for failure to disperse and disturbing the peace. Parents had to come and pick up their children caught up in the activity, some saying their kids were falsely detained.
He's 11 years old. Exactly. Not on no paperwork, never been in trouble, get straight A's. He's an athlete.
No injuries or thefts of retail shops were reported. The mall had to close early. A day later, things back to normal with more security on hand. You may recall similar disturbances at Del Almo Mall in nearby Torrance involving teens over the last several months. That led to curfews and more supervision for minors. It's unclear what action Carson officials will take as a result, but some shoppers are still rattled.
I come to the mall often here. I think it's ridiculous. I don't know where our world's going to. Parents need to get a hold of their children. That's all I can say. Parents need to get a hold of their children. We need to know where our youth are at all times.
And the mayor of Carson has called the actions by the teenagers as simply unacceptable, saying they will discuss security measures at their upcoming council meetings. We're live in Carson tonight. Carlos Salcedo, KTLA 5 News.
Carlos, thank you.
As many people enjoy the weather and go on vacation, you might opt to get your hair done first. And for those looking to get braids, watch out. The Better Business Bureau is now getting reports of scams targeting clients who want that style. And they're using real stylist work to do it. News 2's Corey Johnson explains.
I'm Portia, the all-in-one diva. She does it all.
For the last 10 years, Portia Hensley has braided hair. She got licensed in 2005, shortly after opening her own salon, Divine Innovation 615 in Nashville.
I do box braids, I do weaving services, I do feed-ins, I do twists.
With summer in full swing, braids are a popular protective style to book. It's not uncommon for clients to get on social media and find braid styles that they liked. These styles can cost hundreds of dollars. In order to book them, it's common practice for a small deposit to be made in order to be placed on the stylist's calendar. It's work Portia tells News 2 she's found passion in.
I feel creative. I feel like I'm creating something for my client that empowers them to go through life and their day feeling good and looking good about themselves.
But the braiding booking process is something scammers are now onto. According to the Better Business Bureau of Middle Tennessee, they've gotten reports of bad actors taking pictures from other stylists and posting them to fake social media pages, claiming they can do the work. Then, when a potential client goes to book and sends a deposit, they don't find out until their appointment, when they never hear from that person, that it was actually a scam. It's a legal activity that's impacted Portia's business this year.
I had a client call and say, hey, I'm at the door, and I'm like, what door? You know, I'm with the client, and we come to find out that the person actually took their money, took a deposit. It was shocking that they used so much of my stuff that I work hard for, and I felt bad that I couldn't help her.
And Portia isn't alone. BBB officials say they've received a few reports of scams involving braids.
Unfortunately, social media scams are not new. We see scams ebb and flow every day based on what's going on in the marketplace.
There are a few steps you can take to make sure you don't fall victim, including never pay for a service in full before the appointment. Visit the location where the braider claims to work before booking. Verify their work by searching for the stylist online and typing in scam after their name. And ask for their braider license number and look them up. Despite a scammer using her pictures, Portia says she's not deterred from continuing to do the work she loves.
No, there's nothing that anyone can do to stop what's in store.
Corey Johnson, News 2.
Now, if you or someone you know has been the victim of a braiding scam, contact the Better Business Bureau and fill out a report.